Hi y'all, welcome back to another exciting tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to build this dark theme login form using React and Tailwind CSS. So we're basically going to build all of this that we have in this screen. The background color is dark and then the actual form is at the center of the screen. So we're going to be building, we'll start with this header, then this subtitle, then we're going to have this four buttons here to log in with any of this or to log in with email and password, and then we have the login button itself right here. So we're going to be building this now with React and we're going to start with Tailwind CSS. Let's get started. So first off, you're going to open your code editor, then you navigate to terminal, click on new terminal. We're going to create our project folder in the terminal. So I'm going to be using the git bash terminal, and right here you change directory to desktop. I have a folder where I create my YouTube code, so I'm going to change directory to that folder. And now we're going to create our React app. Ensure you're connected to the internet. So you're going to type in npm create vit at latest. The name of the project is dark login form hyphen template react. Okay, then you press enter. Okay, so the next thing now is to change directory to the project folder. And then we're going to install React dependencies, npm install, press enter as well. Now that we've installed React dependencies, you're going to type in code, space, then full stop. You press enter. This is going to open your project folder in a new window in VS Code. And you're going to see that right now. Okay, you can see now that we have a new window that is opened, and you can see dark login form theme. This is the project folder right here. So I'm going to close this previous one. I'm going to enlarge this. Okay, so we have everything that we need right here. Now we navigate to terminal, click on new terminal, and then we're going to start our server. I'm going to be using the git bash server. I'm going to be using the git bash terminal, I mean. And now we're going to type in npm run dev. So this is going to start our server so that we can view our React app in local browser and see if the default React app is working. Okay, so you hover on this, click on follow link, and you should see this right here. So this is the default React app. Counter is working. So I'm going to try and make a change right here in the app.gsx. So where we have Vits plus React, I'm going to change this to this. Subscribe to my channel. Let's see if there's a change. All right, you can see right here, subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, this is a reminder for you to please subscribe to my channel. If you've done that, thank you so much. All right, so let's continue. So the next thing now is to do some cleanup so that we can build our own preferred React app. This is what we want to achieve, but this is what we have currently. Okay, so I'm going to come right here, Control A. I'm going to delete everything that we have. Then, before I type in this keyword, you need to install this extension, EX7 React Redux React Native extension. Okay, you need to install this. You come right here in the search bar and then you type in EX7 plus React Redux React Native snippets. Okay, once you have installed that, then you're now going to type in REFC. This is going to create React snippets for you. Instead of having to retype everything that we have here, you're going to have React snippets. Now I'm going to delete app.css because I'm not going to be using it for this project. Everything that we have in index.css as well, Control A, we're going to delete everything. Alright, so the only thing we should see in our browser should be app. If I come right here, you can see this is the only thing that we have here. Okay, so we're going to be styling with Tailwind CSS. So we need to install Tailwind. So we're going to come right here, open a new tab, visit the official website, tailwindcss.com. And once you're on the official website, you're going to click on Docs right here and then on the navbar. And here you're going to see the installation process, get started with Tailwind CSS. So we're using Vite, right? So we've already created our React app. We've changed directory to the project. So we're done with this. Next step, the second step is to install Tailwind CSS. So we'll copy this line of code, and then we'll paste it in the terminal. So our terminal is running. I'm just going to open a new terminal instead of having to stop this. I'm just going to open a new one. Then I'm going to paste the installation code that we copied right here. So while this is installing, we're going to move to the next step, which is to configure the Vits plugin. So we need to add Tailwind CSS slash Vits to our Vits configuration. So I'm going to copy this line of code, come right here, and I'll paste it right here in our vits.config.js. Okay, then I'm going to copy this line of code and I'm going to paste it after React. I'm going to paste it. We should have a comma. Okay. So in our case, we have vits.config.js, but right here it says vit.config.ts. This is because they're using TypeScript and we're using JavaScript, so the code is still going to work anyways. Then we need to import Tailwind CSS to our global CSS file. So I'm going to copy this line of code as well. Then I'll paste it where we have index.css. Okay, next thing is to start our server, and then we can now start styling. Okay, so Tailwind CSS is still installing. Alright, another thing we need for this project is React icons, because we have icons right here. So we need to install React icons. So I'm just going to type in React icons. Okay, so we have the first one right here, react-icon.github/io. Click on this, and also we have the npm package. Click on this as well. So we're going to be installing the npm package. Copy the installation code, then you paste it in your terminal. So React icon has been, Tailwind CSS has been installed. Next is to install React icons. All right, and for the second website, react-icons.github/io/react-icons. We have several icons here that you can choose from when you want to pick an icon from React icon. So what I do basically is just to type in whatever icon I want in the search bar. So let's say I want a user icon. I'm just going to type in user, and I'm going to get a list of icons that would match with the keyword user. So you have several icons here that you can just choose from and use for your projects. So there are several icons. You're going to see all of this now in this tutorial. Okay, so React icon is still installing. So now that we have the Tailwind CSS already, let me close this. Now let's try and style. I'm going to stop the terminal, Ctrl C. Alright, so let's have an H1 tag right here and let it say the same thing, subscribe to my channel. This is another reminder for you to subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe to my channel. Right, so let's style. Class name. I'm going to set the text color, text to Excel. Okay, then I want to set the color, let's say purple. Now let us run our terminal one more time. npm, let's start it one more time. npm run dev. Okay, so while that is starting, let's see. React icon has been installed. Okay, if we check package log.json, you can see that we have React icon installed and we have Tailwind installed as well. Alright, so that is working. Now let me hover on this, click on this link now, and you should see this right here. Okay, so our Tailwind CSS is working perfectly well. So I'm going to close this npm package, close the search bar, close the official website for Tailwind CSS, and close the previous. Alright, so this is working perfectly well. So now let's start building our projects. I'm going to close my terminal, and right here in our source folder, I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to name it login. In this folder, I'm going to create two files, login.gsx, refc to create React snippets. Enter. Then I'm going to create another file, login.css. Oh, we're not using CSS. We're going to be styling with Tailwind. I forgot that. So I'm going to delete the CSS file. All right. So we have the login here. And now I'm going to mount the login folder right here. Okay. So the only thing we should see now is this login right here. Okay. So right here in our login file, we're going to start with the first div tag. I'll create a div tag here. In this div tag, we're going to have our header, and here it's going to say log in to your account. Then we're going to have the subtitle, connect Emerald with, we'll have a colon. Then we're going to have the social login after this. So I'm going to have a div tag. This div tag, we're going to have 4 buttons. So I'm going to separate each of the buttons now. The first button is going to take the Google icon. So I'm just going to come right here and I'm going to type in Google, and you're going to see a list of icons that match with this word. So I'm using this icon right here. I'll select the icon, then I'm going to paste it right here. I'll paste this here, then I'll copy the tag as well, and I'll paste it where I need it. And I'm going to type in Google in front of the icon. Next button would be for GitHub. So I'm just going to come right here as well, GitHub, and we're going to see a list of icons that we can just select from. I'm going to select this first icon. I'll paste it here. Then I'll copy the tag too. Copy this and then paste it where I need it in the second button. Okay, now for the third button, I need the Microsoft icon. So I can either come here and type, or I can just type in Microsoft. And then we're going to see a list of icons that would match with this name. Because I've installed React icon, this is going to work. Okay, so I'm going to use this icon that we have here. All right, then I'm just going to close it. And if you see this, you can see that it has imported this as well. All right. Next icon is the Hasura icon. So I'm going to type in, open this tag. Then I'm going to get a list of icons that I can just select from. So I'm going to be using this first icon right here. And if you check right here as well, it has been imported. All right. So after this div tag for the social icons, we're going to have the divider. Okay. So have a div tag. And this div tag is going to take this text, or login with your email, and then no, come on, email. Then after this, we're going to have 2 span tags. Okay, we'll come back to style this. Next is the email and password form. So I'll create a form tag. Inside this form tag, I'm going to have the first label, and it's going to be for email. Then we'll have the inputs field as well, and a placeholder, email. Next is going to be the password. So I'll have the first div tag. Inside this div tag, we'll have a label, password. Then after this label, we'll have an anchor tag. And it's going to take this text, forgot password. Then after this div tag, we're now going to have the inputs field for password. And it's also going to take a placeholder, and the text in the placeholder will be password. Then after the inputs, we're going to have our button that will take this text, login. All right, so after this form tag, we're now going to have the sign up option. So I'm going to have the p tag right here. Inside this p tag, it will take this text, new to Emerald, question mark. Then we'll have an anchor tag. Then in between the anchor tag, we'll have sign up for an account. Okay, so this is what you should see on your screen right now. Alright, so we missed a few things. In front of this GitHub icon, we did not write the name. In front of this, no name. Okay, so let's go work on that. So this is supposed to take GitHub, and this is supposed to take Microsoft, and this as well. right? So we have all of this now. Now we need to style so that it's going to look exactly like this. So we'll start by styling the index.css. So for the entire body, we're going to set the background color to this color code. Then the font family for the text is going to take Arial. Okay, we're going to use this. Alright, now we can now start styling this. So our first div tag display is going to be flex, justify content, center. Items will also be at the center. Let me close this right here. Okay, and the height will be the screen size. Then we'll have background color of black. Now for the second div, which is the card, we'll have our class name. We'll set the width to 440 pixels, and then text color would be white, and I'm going to set the padding to it. Now for the header, the text size will be 2XL, and then margin bottom will be 1. Then for the subtitle, I'm going to set the text small. Text color would be gray, and then we'll have a margin bottom of 6. Next is the social login. So we'll set the display of these to grid. Grid goes 2. We'll have a gap of 3 between them, and margin bottom will be 4. Then for the button, for each of the button position, we'll set this to relative of first rank. Okay. Position will be relative. Then display would be flex, items at the center, justify content center as well. We'll have a gap of 2. Background color will be white. And then we'll set the text color to be black. And then we'll set the width and height as well using padding. Then we'll have a medium sized border radius, and the text size would be small. Okay, so we're going to use the same styling for all of the buttons. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it for the second button that we have right here. Paste this, right? Do the same thing, paste it here. And for this as well, do the same thing and paste it here. Alright, next is this div tag. I'll set the position of this to relative, the text at the center, then the text color gray, and I'm also going to set the text size. Okay, next is the span tag that we have here. I'm going to style the span tags. Position will be absolute, top would take half, and the first one left is 0, and for this the right would be 0. Okay, I'm going to set the width, and I'm going to set the height, background color gray. Okay, next thing to style is the form tag. So we're going to have display here as flex direction, colon, and then we'll have a gap of 3. Then the input field, background color will be neutral. Then I'm going to set the padding on the left and right, the padding on the top and bottom, I mean. Then the border radius Then we'll have the text size, the text color, then focus, outline would be none. Okay. Next thing here is the anchor tag. We're going to style the anchor tag. So position of this would be absolute. Top would take 26 pixels. Right would be 3. And then the text size. Text color would be blue. 400. Okay. Then we have the input field here. So we're going to be using the same styling for the input field. So I'm just going to copy this here and I'll paste it right here. Okay. So now we need to start the button. The background color would be gray, 100. Then text color would be black. Then I'm going to set the border radius. And when you hover on it, the background color should change a bit. Alright, so we have this to style. Text will be on the left. Text size will be small. And then margin top, we'll set this to 4. Then we have the anchor tag. I'm going to set the text color to blue, 400. And now this is what we have. Okay, so it's the same thing as what we have here. So this is it. If you watch till the end, please do not forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment on what you want me to build next. See you on the next one. Bye.